I'm trying to keep with my brain. I'm trying to move my body up that way. I'm not trying to do anything up in the air. I'm trying to be almost as extreme as I can be in my hand. Does that make sense? Ball's off the plate, out of the zone. Trying to lift it. Trying to do too much with it. Trying to feel contact. Get my brain acclimated with hitting the baseball. Pitchers like you to swing and what, Jay? Pitchers like you to swing and what? Swing and miss.
Swing and miss.
So the more times I can get my hands to a baseball, brain wrapped around a baseball. I don't care where it is. And it's 9 different spots. Here, I don't care. I'm just getting started. How many different locations did I give or take? 6 or 7?
7.
Okay? I took one pitch, and it's because I had no shot at getting to it, so contact on that ball didn't mean anything. Make sense? Okay. As my body loosens up, whether it's tee, one hand, whatever, this is the hitting from those are my favorite tools of all time. Now I'm going to widen my stance a little bit to get to a place where I can incorporate my lower half because my brain is away. You guys will be honest? Okay. Now I'm not going to swing it at just everything. Now I'm looking in a zone. For your point of context, how many types of pitches, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, whatever, are intentionally thrown on the inside part of the plate? Give me an answer. How many? 2.
No.
Anybody else? The answer is 1. And I say on the plate. That's it, right? It's that part of the plate. Somebody's going to throw you a slider, they may try to backdoor you, they may try to bury it, or something like that, right? That's not first strike, that's sneak out. Come on, first strike. Guys will throw you fastballs in here. 4 to 2 seed. Fastballs, velocity, something to come this way that starts as a strike and ends up that way, or something to get on your hands, yeah? Okay. So, if only one type of pitch is thrown on this part of the plate, let's go to the other side. How many types of pitches are thrown out there? How about all of them? Not at your level, but certainly at higher levels, guys will sink it up there. Throw 2-seamers out there, right? Throw 4-seamers out there for sure. Sliders, curveballs, anything from middle to that way. It's all soft. You know why they do that? Because if it's soft in here, as I told the last group, it ends up 20 rows out. Don't do that. Don't do it. So if I got one type of pitch in here, those will agree on, right? One, I've got all of them out here. Why am I looking for this ball? What? You will spend the entire life looking for a fastball inside that never shows up. You know who taught me that? Jose Canseco taught me that. Because I came out of college as a guy who got walked a lot. And I was looking for balls, and this one's up. Not that big. He said, son, since he was like whatever, and I was 20. He said, you're never going to see that pitch. Make it that. This is young hitting. This isn't when you know what guys are going to throw and they can execute. This is young foundational hitting right where you guys should be. So I started looking for balls from there to there. And anything that showed up from there to there, I was on time for because I'm looking for location. So I'm not concerned about pitch. I'm looking for area. So as soon as I got back this way, I could be on time with whatever showed up because I was just looking for the spot. Does that make sense? You should. So I'm looking for a spot. If I'm looking out here, and that ball happens to show up there, I promise you I will not miss it. If I am looking for this, and that ball shows up out there, I'm going to miss it more times than not. Now, I am not God. I cannot explain to you why our body is drawn that way. I don't have that answer. I just know that it is. Does that make sense? Okay. So now that I've got my head loose and I've got my swing path going, I'm going to sit now with a wider stance My stance, my spot, everybody's different, right? My spot, and I'm gonna look out over there. Did I try to lift that ball? Where did it go? So you mean to tell me that if I don't try to lift it, I'm gonna lift it? Yeah? And my front foot, and swinging 50% or 30%. Where's that? Where was my head? I haven't moved my feet other than just course correct. That's where my body's at. Is that balance? Now I'm 48 years old, so that sucks. But if you imagine what it was 20 years ago, it might have been different. The approach is what it is. The easiest part of your swing is the mechanics. It's the part that's the most, but it's the easiest part of your swing. If you have guys teaching you, I'm not naming names when I say this, with your bodies to do this, but it's a fact. If you have guys teaching you that, let's imagine a baseball field. Where's the park the deepest? And then where? The gaps, and then where? So, when the ball is hit the best and hit the hardest, it's in the middle of the field. That's why it's the deepest part. Because when you do it right, everything comes through that zone. Doesn't mean you don't want to pull the ball, when you get old enough to figure it out, fine. You're not going to, okay? I want to make sure in this drill and anything I do offensively, my brain has cut this field off. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm looking at his shoulder, Jason. Jason's even too far away. And if I want to hit this ball down the line, I'm going to hit this ball here. If I want to get in front of the plate with Kerry, I'm going to hit this outside pitch here. Does that connect?
Yes, sir.
Don't say yes, sir, if it doesn't. Does that connect? Yes, this is an approach conversation. That's it. The swing mechanics are what they're going to be. You're going to get with these guys, and they're going to continue to drill it. You're going to go home and have mechanics. You're going to go challenge some people you know. Say, hey, man, coach, I was just with 300 years of Major League Baseball experience and 30 World Series rings telling me to do it this way. Why are you telling me not to? You know what you're going to do? Is this on tape? You know what you're going to do? You're going to mess up some egos. And you're going to mess up some bank accounts. See, how you deliver that message is key. My message is going to be, big part of the park is the center field. My backside, my legs, and my top hand are my power. Tell me why I'm not using this. That's what you go ask the people and tell you not to. Hey coach, I got 0 career home runs. Or I got 10, I got 2. Why am I trying to call it park? Wouldn't that be counterproductive to what I'm trying to do now? Am I threatened when you guys ask me a question? Is he? Is he? Are they? My approach and what I'm doing is to stay from Burke to Jason. That's it. That's it. Keep my legs underneath me. Send your head. I don't care if I get jammed. Make him move and flinch. Got you a lot of times, yes. You have to do this. Thinking contact, I'm thinking brain connection, I'm thinking physicality and foundation. Because when I go out there, this human gets on the ground, and the ball isn't there. The ball isn't in one spot, right? It's not right there, or it's not there, or it's not there, it's not just straight. Then I have to go react. And then I gotta be an athlete. So if I haven't done the preparation, Here. Still good, start again. Just making contact. Get through the ball a little bit. These aren't wasted swings. They're just approach moves. Right? Hook, through, line drive.
That's the pitcher's pitch too.
Somebody show me where that ball was.
And how high on the side? Low.
What do you do with his legs?
Stay down.
Went
What
down
my
here.
hands do with it.
You can't do this to hit it. You gotta go down to get it.
And then playing, as Jeff would say, because I've heard him talk about it, was still in place to lift the baseball in the air. It wasn't that way. No one wants you to do that.
No.
That's a swing builder. Do you understand? They tell you guys when you're not to hit ground balls because they're telling you to get the ball in the air. They just don't know how to do it. You have to start, go ahead. You have to start this way. You didn't try to hit that in the air. You just try to stick it right down through it. The ball's line drive. Right or wrong. You can tell by my swing path, right? Am I doing this? No. But when I get into here, I get these underneath me, and I keep that same mental approach of area, where ball's going to be on the plate, and brain connection. I'm able to use my legs, lift it, hit the power. Any disagreement by anybody in the room, other than you? I already know where you're at. You? So, back to him. When he gets in here, he's going to do this, he's going to do this, and he's going to try to mess up my world by living off this part of the plate, right? I have to find a way mentally to get him back to this part of the plate. I got to get him to a spot that I want him to pitch in, not where he wants to throw the ball, where I want him to. Right or wrong? And so, by doing this, and just not thinking about my pull side, I'm able to hit. Because I'm able to give him limited options on how to get me out of what my plan is. Do you understand? All right, so you know where I'm looking for. I don't care where you put it. Now, what I will say is not at 48 years old, it's going to be a little bit different. 28 years old, or even 18 or 15 or 25, if I was looking out here and you missed in here, it was still going to hit you very, very hard and very, very far. I don't have that type of athleticism anymore at 48, just what it is. But at 28, I'm out here and you're in here, it's that way. It doesn't work the other way. Go ahead. Then maybe it might. Where's my body? Am I off balance? Am I tilted? Where'd that ball go? I'll tell you, because you didn't see it. I didn't try to hit it. Shoulders too, guys. This lean and tilt happens naturally. It just happens. As long as your body's in position to do it, it does. If your legs aren't in position, then you got to do shit like this. Go ahead. That felt really unnatural because I'm not used to doing it, but honestly, that's what you guys are being shown. Being shown. Okay? It doesn't mean judges' swing is wrong or yell at you. I think we're going to have one of the best swings ever. He's an unbelievable hat. Or Ted Williams, which is a very dangerous book, unless you know what you're looking at. Science of Hitting is a very dangerous book, unless you know what you're reading. It's very dangerous. He's misinterpreted. Okay? It's ahead, so far ahead of its time, it'll be our Bible for swinging a bat for another 100 years, long after we're gone. That's how far ahead of its time. If you don't understand it, you're going to mess up generations of hitters. How you get to that point is foundational. How you make that your own is individual. Do you understand? All right, looking out over there, legs are underneath me. Real quick. That one ain't hard. Last thing I'll give you, when you're ready, you will learn how to change your swing. That is not today. Do You know what that means? You should. If you say yes, you're lying. What does change your swing mean? Guess. You can guess. Do I have the same swing here as I do here? It's impossible. Do I have the same swing on a breaking ball as I do on a fastball? Do I have the same swing when I'm trying to pull a baseball as I do when I'm trying to go the other way? Do I have the same swing in a 0 count as I do in a 1-2 count?
No.
How many different swings is that? We're just getting started. You are nowhere near ready for that yet. What you have to get ready with is your foundation, your basic process and approach. And commit to play, commit to hit. Oh, no, it's there. And commit to repeat. Any questions? When there's a guy that we all know, that Jason Noel, who says in National 2, hitting is a conversation. It's a conversation. It never ends. It's ongoing, it's continual, it's evolving, and it's very individual. Everybody's got perspectives and perceptions that are different than the guy next to you, and you should. But it doesn't mean that it's not foundational and have its roots and concepts that have been around 150 years, and no matter how much you try to change them, you can't. So when you're out there, understand this is why you're here. This thought process is why you're here. They're watching the execution. They're trying to help you with the execution and move you forward. They're trying to project whether or not you can do it. This is why you're here. How many guys just walked in this room? Just walked in to see what's going on. Your entire staff just walked in the room to see what's happening and be part of that conversation. To offer a perspective. Because they have their own. We have one we share. We have our way of doing things, which everybody's got creative license in it. But they all have the passion to get in here and add to it. That's why you're here. So when you go back out there again, a lot of you guys probably have your head spinning right now a little bit. Probably thinking about BP and man, what I do here and how could I have done that? Does that sound about right? Okay, it's over. BP's gone. It's gone. Can't get it back. First, how do you guys see there's a vision? BP's over. Can't get it back. No matter what you get. You get 75 balls out of the park or 75 pop-ups or swung this 75 times. You can never get it back. What you can do is take that approach mentally into the game and apply it. Understand that none of us give a shit if they're 4 for 4. We care about how you go about it. Do you care if they get 4 hits today? Do you care if they get 4 hits today? Do you? Don't care. I care that the approach is going to play out over the long term. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see swinging and missing. I want to see something that shows me you're going to hit later. Because eventually that's going to catch up with enough at bats. Every year, for the history of time, that's how this game is been. Unfortunately, in your guys' era, I mean unfortunately, you're forced to believe, it's my last time to say, you're forced to believe that every swing is how you live and die. Bullshit. It's an overall approach. Understand? Go get it.
Clean up, Io.